She wasn't supposed to be alive.
I don't care.
You want me to lie?
I have a video.
Revenge is crazy.
Nasty.
Bill's most shocking show moments.
I gotta get a party here.
Unbelievable updates right now.
Hello and thanks for watching. The action on this show never really stops, especially when it comes to family dramas and baby mamas. Today we're taking a look back at some of our most memorable guests and finding out what happened to them when they left our stage. Let's start with a heartbreaking story of Brittany and her birth mother, Demetria. Brittany was given up for adoption when she was only 2 years old. But when Brittany finally found Demetria, she was outraged to learn that Demetria had raised 5 other siblings, none of whom were abandoned like her. Take a look at this.
I'm here, Bill, because when I was 2 years old, my mom gave me away. But what doesn't make sense to me is that she raised my older siblings and she raised my younger siblings, but I was the only one that she gave up for adoption.
So today you want answers from your mom. She raised 5 others?
Yes, 5.
But she rejected you?
Yes.
Any inkling as to why?
I have no idea. That's why I'm here. Family members have told me about that she abused me, that she put me in a drawer, that she put me in a freezer, she burned me. I mean, it's so much, and when I asked her about it, she denied everything, but, you know.
So you were born biologically of your mom,
yes,
and you finally saw her 2-3 months ago. You went into the adoptive system,
yes,
then you were rejected when you were a teenage girl from your adoptive parents,
yes,
then you went back into the foster care
yes,
system. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And what impact has that had on your life?
It's made me a stronger person, honestly. I don't look like what I've been through, and I'm blessed. So.
Brittany continued to search for her family even after she was told her birth mother had died.
When I was 17, I had a social worker, and one thing about me is I never gave up looking for my mom, you know, my siblings. And because I used to always, you know, bug them about trying to find my family, I guess I irritated my social worker, and she lied to me and said that my mother was dead. So me not having any information, I had nothing to, you know, I didn't have any information, so I had to believe what she said. So for 2 years, I just thought my mom was dead, and I felt hurt because I was like, why would God take her from me, and I didn't even get to meet her yet, and it broke my heart.
As luck would have it, Brittany's social workers eventually found Brittany's mother, who was very much alive. It was time for Brittany to finally get some answers.
She found my Facebook from my older sister, and she told me to call her. She gave me her number.
Were you shocked?
Yes, because it's like...
Happy or sad?
No, I was happy, but then it was so many mixed emotions because at one point I'm like, she's dead. Then it just jumps to she's alive, and she wants to talk to me on the phone. I'm like, you know, I just kind of went with it. I didn't.
Did other family members mention to you about the abuse that you went through that you've blocked down?
Yes.
Alleged abuse?
Yes.
And you were told what from other family members?
I was told that I was premature, so I was told that she put me in a drawer and she closed it. And it was several family members, not just one. So it was like multiple people telling me, yes, she did this, yes, she did this. So I'm like starting to believe it, you know? I only can go off of what people are telling me, so I'm like, I asked her about it.
What she denied?
She denied everything that I asked her.
Did you believe your mom when she said she did not abuse you? Did you believe that at the time?
No.
Brittany and her biological mother, Demetria, came face to face on my show, and I think they each got a lot more than they bargained for.
Why are you staring at me like that?
Yes.
You've heard what your
Exactly,
daughter...
that's why I'm upset.
Tell me.
Upset at what?
Because you believe everything somebody had to tell you. I put you in a drawer, I put you in a freezer, I did all this, I did all that to you, but when I told you, it wasn't good enough for you.
Because if everybody's telling me that...
Who is everybody? Were they there, Brittany? Were they there? Were they there?
Obviously, if they
The person that was there is dead. I told you what happened.
What
happened?
happened?
I don't believe you.
I
What
put
happened?
you in the drawer, stood over the drawer, put my makeup on. You was little. You was little.
In the bed.
It doesn't matter. My son was jumping all over the bed. I didn't close the drawer. I didn't close the drawer.
That makes no sense. You still put a baby in a drawer.
I can do what I want.
And that's why we're in the situation that we're in.
Demetria was unapologetic and defiant as she defended herself and made her case for putting Brittany up for adoption.
I didn't want her. I was going to give her up from the beginning. When I came up, when I was pregnant with her, I already knew from the jump I didn't want the baby.
And you wanted to terminate the pregnancy.
Yes, I did.
How do you think she feels when she now learns she wasn't supposed to be alive?
I don't care. I did not make you get up and leave California. That was your choice.
She wanted to be a mom.
I told you to stay there, didn't I? I told you to stay there. I was coming there to you. I wanted you to stay there, go to school, get you a job. But no, you listened to my ex.
She wanted to find out who she was. She wants to anchor it. She wants a family. She wants a loving mother.
I was coming to her. I didn't want her to uproot anything. I was coming to her.
What name do you have on your chest, Brittany?
I have her name.
Exit out.
Exit out.
Exit out.
I gotta
Because
find
she
out.
believed everybody else. I
But
told
you didn't
Brittany.
Did you abuse her?
No, I did
Did you
not.
abuse her?
No, I
at
did
all?
not. No, I did not, Bill. No, I did not.
God is your witness. You
God
didn't do
is
it.
my witness. I had
did
7
not.
children. Never had CPS in my house.
Why did
Never
you?
had any
Why did you keep? Why did you keep 6 and not the 7?
I didn't want her.
You don't want her.
You want me to lie?
Emotions were flying high and things were getting heated on our set. The one thing we had to find out was what happened between Brittany and Demetria to start all of this animosity in the first place. What happened in Iowa when she came there? What happened that caused you to say that's it?
Everything was fine. We were talking. She'd get in my bed. We'd talk. We'd watch TV. I'd ask her about her life. I would tell her about my life. I would tell her about her sisters and
You
brother's
did
life.
not. Stop lying.
See, this is the problem. So you didn't get in my bed? We didn't talk?
I did. What did we talk about?
What did we talk about?
We didn't talk about anything. You sat there in the bed and watched TV. What did we talk about?
What were you doing? On the phone. But what we
Okay,
did talk.
I'm
But only
coming to
time
you.
time you brought anything out is when my ex got on the phone telling you, oh, your mom did this, your mom did that.
First of all, you're the one that gave me away. I didn't give me away.
So what?
You should have brought me to your house and explained things right then and there.
Why?
I didn't have to come to you about anything.
Why?
Why do you hate her?
You did it.
Why do you hate her so much?
I didn't say I hate her.
What has she done?
I don't hate her.
Your behavior
I
indicates to
love
me that you
her.
hate her.
I just don't want to deal with her.
How do you love her and treat
She's
her like
crying
this?
on the
You don't even
stage,
know me.
but on the phone, talking big mess, and on Facebook, talking big mess, and all
You
that.
just owned me. You called me ugly. You called me a beast. You called me fat. You said I'm
But
not
what did
from
you say that
You said
before?
I need a DNA test. You're not
Whatever.
mine.
My kids is tired of you disrespecting me.
You
I don't want you in my life.
I don't care. I don't care.
If you
Stop
wouldn't be
talking to
like
me.
that,
She can
if
leave.
you wouldn't
She
be
can
like
leave.
that,
She can
maybe I
leave.
would want
She
you
can
in my
leave.
life.
She can leave.
You need to get out
She
the
can
past.
leave. She can
You need
leave.
to get out the past.
Shut up, Michelle. Ain't nobody worried about you.
You shut up.
She came on the show to show out.
That's what you
She
got.
ain't even important.
We came here because
She
of
ain't even
you.
important.
Demetria was not slowing down for anything. Watch how she defends a series of incredibly harsh Facebook messages to her long-lost daughter. These are 3 screenshots from Mom. 1, I didn't even love you enough to go to the doctor when I was pregnant with you. You said, the worst time in my life was when I found out I was pregnant with you. If God asked me out of the 7 kids, which one do you want me to take, I would have...
Taking her.
I would have taken you.
Trash.
Sorry.
Is that the way you truly feel? Honestly.
There was a reason why I put that on there from all the comments.
You're
that
trying to
she put on
hurt her.
there.
You're trying to hurt
Well,
her.
why she want to hurt me?
She wants to connect with you and
Connect?
Michelle.
You don't connect with nobody like that, Bill. I was giving away. I didn't connect with my mother like that.
Shut up. That's what
You
you're doing.
shut
You're
up. I don't want her in my life. I don't
But
want her in
you
my
love
kids'
me.
life because all she is drama.
Drama. How about you?
Drama because I
How about
know
you,
about
Mama? Are
where
you
I come
causing a little
from.
drama?
No.
How about you? You're not. While Demetria was trying to justify her actions toward her daughter, there was even more drama happening backstage. Demetria's other daughter, Nichelle, was dying to come out to defend her mother and confront Brittany. This is your one time she wants to reunite with her blood sister, and that's you.
Reunite with her blood sister.
Yeah, and
But you
don't you want to meet your
Calling me
sister?
jealous? I'm not jealous.
Don't you want to meet her?
No.
We got to meet her. You
No,
got to
I'm
meet her.
I'm going right back to catch my then I bought the one. We don't. Whoa! I'm about.
Unfortunately, the situation was far too explosive for the 2 sisters to meet face-to-face on stage. When we come back, we're going to hear from Brittany's sister, Nichelle, and what she had to say, and we're going to find out if they were ever able to come together as a family.
Will these sisters reunite?
Don't sit on this stage. Don't do it. Don't disrespect a mom on stage. Don't do that.
Much more mayhem.
You're not gonna disrespect mine. What you not gonna do? You ain't gonna disrespect him.
And baby mama drama.
One of the girls is like her best friend, like her day one and A1. It's like.
And that girl, her best friend, is dating you, but she's also pregnant.
Headed your way.
It was no.
we've been looking back at some of our most shocking family dramas. Brittany found her birth mother, Demetria, after she was put up for adoption at the age of 2. Brittany's sister, Nichelle, was here to defend her mother and meet her sister in person for the very first time. But Nichelle became so enraged at what Brittany was saying to their mother, we decided it was best to talk to Nichelle alone. What relationship do you want with Brittany?
I don't know if I can have one with her. She's too disrespectful. I understand, like, my mom, but
Do you think you disrespected her a little bit?
What did I disrespect her about on Facebook?
Here,
don't care.
what I saw backstage.
Don't care.
You were ready to claw her eyes out.
I sure was. Don't sit on this stage. Don't do it. Don't disrespect my mom on stage. Don't do that.
What do you want to see happen?
I don't care.
What do you want to see happen?
She better.
Because of the way she acted with your mother and her mother, that's what sent you over the edge.
It sure did. And
Sure
she's dumb.
not.
And that's stupid. That's how gullible you are. Why are you so gullible?
I don't believe
if
or
that was
disbelieve.
me, I would have been like, okay,
I don't believe.
Can I look up on the internet how all this stuff?
I don't believe or disbelieve.
I can.
I don't know.
She's dumb. I don't like her.
Well, it didn't look like there was too much hope for a happy family reunion. We recently reached out to them for an update and received this video postcard from Demetria.
Hi, Bill. This is Demetria. I just want to thank you for letting myself and my girls come onto your show to work out our problems. I just want to also give you a quick update about what's been going on. Well, the relationship between my daughter and I is still the same. It's still chaotic. She still blames me. We're still on that rough patch of life. I do want a relationship with my daughter. I would love to have a relationship with my daughter, but every time I reach out, it's the same old thing. So thanks for having us. Bye, Bill.
We can only hope they can find a way in the future to finally come together. We wish them all the best. And our next story, Jeremy was here with his mom, who he said had turned from the mother of the year into a deadbeat and a possible prostitute who would routinely post sexually explicit videos online. Take a look at this.
We used to have a great family. She used to take us places, do different things. But now all of a sudden, when this new guy come into life, it's like she just hit rock bottom. Like it's no more bottom. It's no more bottom. She at the bottom.
What did this new boyfriend do to your mom?
Look, I thought it was cool at first, so I gave him a chance. But then, you know, she decides to move into his 2-bedroom apartment and quit his job. 2-bedroom apartment, you know, electricity going in and out. Barely got to depend on food stamps. She quit a job. I got to sleep on the couch in the living room, no mattress. Then she taking her time with him, with Jermaine. She going in the bedroom. They doing God knows what, and just staying in there all day. Just do not come out. So I'm taking care of my brother. I'm making sure he get to school and everything. The only time they come out is for the weed man.
So your mama went from a good mom to a deadbeat mom online naked because of this guy.
My friend, I moved out, and then my friend came up. He talked to me. He said, Jeremy, do you see what your mom put on Facebook? And I said, I don't follow my mom's Facebook. I don't know what's going on.
What's on it?
So I'm going to tell you. So he tells me, he said, look at it. I read it, I'm like, oh my Lord. I see her saying all types of stuff about prostituting, selling her body just to make rent. Jermaine's supporting it, so I'm thinking he kind of pimping her. And I'm trying to figure it out. Then he comes to me some months later say, Jeremy, do you see the video your mom put up? I'm like, what video?
Guess what? We got the video. We were not prepared for what Jeremy's mother had to say on video that she had posted. Check it out.
Hustling to be with me. So we struggling because he trying to be a regular, everyday American. So if I gotta sell some for me to come up with our share of the rent, hey, he made a sacrifice for me, so I'm making a sacrifice for him. I'm trying to make this sacrifice. Be grateful that I'm willing to put myself out there for us to keep a roof over our head.
It was time to hear from Amy herself, and it didn't seem like she had any problems whatsoever with what she was doing. Please welcome Jeremy's alleged trick-turning mom, Amy, to the show. Amy, come on out.
So you lying on me now? So I'm prostitute now? Yes, you prostitute. You don't see what you putting online? You don't see that? Of course I'm saying what I'm putting online.
Okay, so why are you putting it online?
I'm a grown woman that
okay,
That's why.
Okay, but I'm your son. I'm trying to get you. You can't be doing that. You
trying to get me where? You trying to do what?
I'm trying to get you.
Embarrass me. You got me online.
I'm not trying to
in front
embarrass
of
you.
a studio audience telling folks that I'm prostitute. And then my man is pimping me?
Yeah, he probably is.
Okay, but why didn't you ask me about it, though?
I tried to talk to you about it.
that was-
First thing you did
Hold on,
was
hold
take us
on.
out the house.
Jeremy, hold on.
And I'm trying to
Wasn't
figure
that
out
you
this-
online talking about selling your body for money?
Yes, that was me online.
Isn't that pimping and hoeing?
That's what I'm talking about.
It
sounds like
it sounds like pimping and hoeing.
It may have sounded like they were pimping and hoeing, but Amy had another name for it. Check it out.
I call it surviving.
Survivor.
That ain't surviving.
Have a seat.
In a two-bedroom apartment, selling your body.
All right, hold on. Let me talk about for a minute. Look at it from his perspective. When you were his age, what if you went online and found your mama, selling her body for money? How would you react?
I probably would be embarrassed.
That's what he did.
Okay,
That's where he
now you
is.
see how I feel.
Okay,
I see you want to put stuff online, but it's more than one way to skin a cat, and that don't mean just start from the back. That don't mean that. Okay.
But we gotta have the youth over here. I don't work anymore. I lost my job.
So why don't you work?
I lost my job.
I work.
I lost my job.
I had to find a job.
I do work. Then I work on your hair.
Amy, what about
your hair?
Hold on, Jeremy.
That's not working.
Jeremy,
Do you get profit from doing my hair?
I don't get profit from doing your hair, but I get profit
if
from
I
doing
can
somebody
find,
else's
if an 18-year-old boy can find a job in this
Who
type
had
of
to help
economy
you
and it's
get
trying
that
hard.
job, though?
There was another person who factored into this equation, and that was Amy's fiancé and alleged pimp, Jermaine.
You ain't gonna disrespect mine. What you not gonna do? You ain't gonna disrespect him. You ain't gonna disrespect him.
Man, you got him.
Take care of me. Take care of me.
But you got me pimping
Guess
you.
what? We moved into his house. We moved into his house. He ain't pimping me. How you know I ain't pimping you? I'm not pimping him.
You put it on Facebook. Yes, you pimping my mom. She putting all this on Facebook. You supporting the video. She said you supporting her, selling her on video.
I did not tell you that. I said you support me. You just let me
I
tell
can't believe you out there saying I'm gonna support her no matter what she do. Cause she's my girl.
She can sell her body and it's okay with you.
No, see y'all ain't getting
But what you put the video for?
You got
just put the
everybody in
video
the family
saying-
thinking that I'm selling.
You put
That's
it
what you
on.
got the whole family.
No, I don't have them
Because
thinking
I
that. You
tried
have them
to
thinking
tell
that.
you all
If family,
that it's not real
if
and that I'm
everybody,
using
How about getting a real job, a
I
J-O-B?
don't want
In the end, all Jeremy wanted was for his own mother to have a regular, everyday 9-to-5 job. The question was, would she honor her son's wishes?
Look, Mom, you just don't know how many times I sit at home and cry just because I can do something that you can't. And I want to be there for you. If you need help getting a job, I can talk to my boss just to get you up there.
She's not doing 9 to 5.
I don't. It ain't that. It's just I also want better for both of us.
I do not want to work a regular job.
But you gotta
work
start
in a restaurant. I don't want to work in a fast food
You
restaurant.
got to start somewhere.
So what happened when they got back home? We recently checked in with Amy, and we'll let you know what she said right after the break.
Surprising updates.
Hi, Bill. This is Amy, Jeremy, and Jermaine.
Shocking secrets.
Baby that'll carry it is Devontae's.
I'm tired of crying about everything else. I'm tired. No.
In the moment that led to this.
We've been looking back at this season's most intense dramas and wildest baby mamas. Jeremy was here because he was tired of his mother posting sexually explicit videos online and maybe even prostituting for her pimp fiancé, Jermaine. What happened to this family when they went home? I'm happy to say that Amy, Jeremy, and Jermaine all sent us a video postcard to fill us in on what's going on once they got back home.
Hi, Bill. This is Amy, Jeremy, and Jermaine calling from Birmingham.
What's happening?
We was just calling to let you know how things were going. Jeremy actually is a little bit more receptive and open to my writing now, to my writing talent. So he's been helping me produce my shows. He's been involved behind the scenes, and I'm really appreciative of that the show really helped us there. Nobody's looking at Jermaine like a pimp anymore. Aren't you happy about that, baby?
Yeah.
He's so happy to not be thought of as a pimp anymore. And we haven't got married yet, but we're working on that. We're working on another day for rescheduling.
And you still ain't got no job, so.
Well, I'm still writing, Bill, and I'm doing a great job at it. My fan base have grown. Well, we look forward to hearing from you. We enjoyed ourselves while we were there. You all really worked with our family, and I appreciate that. Y'all have a great day.
On to the next. Now, I'm sure you'll remember Devontae. Devontae had a serious dilemma. His fiancée was pregnant with his twins, but he had a big secret to get off his chest.
Well, Bill, I'm here today because I'm dealing with this girl named Kia. I swear to God, I love her. She's the best woman you could ever ask for.
You love Kia?
I love her, all my heart. But
you put a ring on it.
Yeah.
In other words, you want to get married.
Correct.
You're engaged to be married.
Yes, but before I can get engaged with her, it's another step that I need to take, and it's something I need to get off my chest because I can't take that step.
You can't take the pressure. And right now, isn't it true that Kia is pregnant?
Yes, it's true that she's pregnant.
With your child?
Yes, she's pregnant with my child right now.
Twins, in fact.
She's pregnant with twins.
She's making two right now. Right now.
And I always take care. She already got 2 other children. I already take care of them. They love me. They call me daddy. But I need to tell her, like, okay, it's 2 females that I'm dealing with. One name.
So you got the main squeeze, Kia's got pregnant with 2, and you got 2 other honeys on the side.
Correct. Now, the thing about this is a twist to it. One of the girls is like her best friend, like her day one and A1s is like.
And that girl, her best friend, is dating you, but she's also pregnant.
Correct. Now, now let me tell you how this happened.
How it happened seemed pretty obvious to me. It turns out Kia wasn't completely in the dark about Devontae because she had already had her own suspicions about her future husband's antics.
Well, I'm here today because my fiance, Devontae, has been doing like a lot of little
shady stuff.
Fishy things.
What are they? Give me some.
Shut up, Devontae. Let me talk.
I want to hear what's good. She came here to get answers today. In fact, you're pregnant with his twins.
Yes, I am.
And some shady stuff's been going on.
Oh, let me tell you about it, Bill.
Give me 2 or 3.
Okay. 4 o'clock in the morning one night, we landed in bed asleep, so I hear ding, ding, ding. I'm like, what is that? That's his text message, like when he getting the message. So I'm like, who you texting? He like, my mother. So I'm like, your mother. Devontae, you think I'm stupid? So I go to the bathroom, and then stop looking at me like that. I go to the bathroom, I come back, I look at his phone, all the messages is gone. If you was texting your mother, why would you delete the messages, though? Like, you got something to hide, though. I'm in a party and stuff. You know, I'm doing my dance and stuff. He come behind me because I got some shorts on. Like, why you got them on? You looking like a hoe and this, and that. So I just walk off and stuff. I go in the bathroom. You know, it hurted my feelings, though, for I feel like I was embarrassed. I come back, he gone, and my best friend gone. So I don't know, like, what's going on. I didn't want to come to her like, oh, you cheating with him. I didn't want to accuse her because he always be like... No, but see nothing. He always saying, don't accuse him and nothing if I don't got no evidence.
So you have a suspicion he cheated with your best friend. Her name is Tia, is that right?
Yes, but I don't know
you
for
have a
sure.
suspicion.
Which is...
But he came here to take a lie detector test, right?
Oh,
you
yeah.
want the answers.
I want the answers.
You want to know what's going on.
I want to know what's going on.
Hold on. It was very clear. Kia knew Devontae wasn't innocent. But I don't think anything could have prepared her for the video message her best friend Tia sent us. Let's take a look at the video, and then I want to hear from Devontae.
You probably know by now that me and Devontae hooked up. I'm truly sorry about the situation. I didn't mean for it to happen, and it continued to happen. The first time it happened was at a party, and I kept going back because it was good. The baby that I'm carrying is Devontae's. I don't know how you want to handle this or go through it, but revenge is crazy. I just got back at you for you doing what you did to me back in the day.
Not only was it
and you
Tia,
better not touch her. Devontae,
I also cheated on you with a girl that I had met in the bar. I met her before I met you.
No names, don't get physical. Don't get physical. Let's get it all.
Almost did.
Charisse, let's give him a chance, honey. Explain about both women. Her best girlfriend is pregnant. Okay. She's pregnant with your twins. Plus, you had a third chick. Describe that relationship.
Okay. No.
Do some talking.
It was just honestly just a one-night type thing. Although it was
to say.
More than one time, it's nothing like that. Like I said, I don't want neither one of them. You the only person that I want.
I'm cool. Devontae, I don't want nothing else to do with you. I'm done. My best friend, though, Devontae.
She's pregnant.
I'm tired of crying, Devontae. Everything else. I'm tired. No.
Was Devontae able to dig himself out of this hole and keep his girl, or did Kia kick him to the curb? That update and a whole lot more coming up right after the break.
OMG. You know what you're doing.
I'm not no prostitute.
You know what you're doing.
I keep money. I work for my money.
And LDT.
There's a lie right there. Are you desperate to save your relationship with your family or lover? Do you want to come on the show for one last chance to make peace? We want to help end the fighting for good. Contact me at BillCunninghamShow.com. Call me at 1-855-US-BILL or text guest at 95902. Message and data rates may apply. We're back with some of our wildest family dramas and baby mamas. Devontae's girlfriend, Kia, just saw a videotape confession from her best friend, Tia, that revealed Tia had slept with Kia's fiancé, Devontae, out of revenge. We caught up with Devontae and Kia at home, and here's what they had to say.
Hi, Bill, this is Devontae.
And Kia. After the show, I was so confused. I didn't know what to do with Devontae. I just knew I was done. But once we got home, we worked it out. We was doing what's best for our family.
Since the show, Kia and I got a place together. We've been working on our relationship, and we've been just awaiting the birth of our twins. I realized my mistakes, and I'm just glad Kia chose to forgive me. I don't know why I would even risk what we had messing around with her anyway.
Tia has been gone, MIA. We haven't seen her since the show.
Do you know where Tia is, Bill?
Do you know where she's at?
Thanks, Bill, for letting me get the truth out and helping me save my relationship.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. Can't wait to meet the twins.
Now, do you remember Ramel? Ramel said he had overwhelming evidence that his baby's mother, Brittany, had been selling her body for money.
Basically, I'm here today to find out, you know, my baby's mother, to see if she's been a cheater and a prostitute. We've been together for about 4 years, and, you know, I really love her. You know, but it seems like, you know, she's coming home with large amounts of cash. We had a baby 2 years ago. As soon as we had the child, you know, she started dressing promiscuous. She was a whole different person, staying out all night. You know, it's like I said, coming home with large amounts of cash. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know
where does she say she is?
She says she's at work or she's out partying with her friends. But, you know, don't no upstanding woman be out at, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. That's the devil's hour, you know what I'm saying? A wise woman told me one time, only thing that's going out on 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning is prostitutes selling a you-know-what. So, you know, I'm trying to find out what's going on, you know what I'm saying? I looked in her purse. I was looking for some of mine. I found an old condom in there, you know.
Was it in her purse?
Yeah, it was in her purse, you know what I'm saying? So I know what's going on. I ain't no fool. You can't put no wool over mine.
What'd she say when you say, here's this condom, honey? What's this?
It was mine. It was yours. We used. I like, but we haven't been using them. We just had a child, you know what I'm saying? So how was that mine? And plus, like I said, don't no upstanding woman, you know what I'm saying, come home and 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when you got a child. Then you supposed to be setting an example for your child, you know what I'm saying? I call her job. She's supposed to be scheduled for work. Oh no, she's not scheduled today. But she done been up since 7 o'clock this morning, getting ready, dolling up and going out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, something going on. Where's this money coming from? You know, I got a text message on the phone talking
about the $40
$40, what's up? $40, what's up?
$40.
She talking about that's my friend asked to borrow $40. No, come on, man. That's your trick talking about here goes $40 for whatever y'all gonna do.
Out at the devil's hour, getting dressed up not to go to work? It sure sounded like Ramel had some valid points. So it was time to hear what Brittany had to say. Shockingly, Brittany had a completely different point of view.
You know dang well I ain't no prostitute.
You know what you're doing.
I'm not no prostitute.
You know what you're doing.
I keep money. I work for my money.
Yeah, you work in the streets.
I work for my money. I go to work. I go to work.
You work in the streets.
I go to work. Your old age getting to him.
No, I'm good. I'm just, yeah.
What about his friends?
I'm getting better. That's what's happening. I'm getting better. That's it. That's it.
Shut up.
Let's have a seat. Honey, what about you getting out of cars in parking lots?
Yeah, what about that?
All that whole story was made up. I don't even know what they talking about. I don't even hang with his friends.
What about the condom in your purse?
The condom, tell the truth, Roman. It was yours.
No, it's not. Come on now. You know what?
We use condoms because I don't know where he at when I ain't at work.
Who do we believe? Ramel, the condom detective, or Brittany, the hard worker? There was only one thing that was going to solve this mess. You guessed it, the lie detector test. Are you having sex for money, Brittany?
No.
You said no, and that's the truth.
Thank you. Back up. Thank you.
Number two, was the condom found in your purse meant to be used with someone other than Ramel? You said no, and that answer was inconclusive.
What? No.
Inconclusive?
It was no. It was a no.
Yeah, okay.
It would have been yes.
Okay.
It was saying yes. It was yes.
Could be yes, could be no.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards yes.
Let's go to number three. Brittany, number three. Other than what Ramel knows about, have you had sexual contact with anyone other than Ramel during your relationship? You said no. That was a lie. I don't think that quite worked out the way Brittany planned. So what happened when they got back home? Well, we received an email from Ramel that said, Hey, Bill, since the show, Brittany and I have decided to stay together. In fact, Brittany is pregnant with our second child. We both love and respect each other and are working hard on our relationship and our family. Good for them. I'm glad they're here working things out for the sake of the family. Next up is Tim, who was desperate to prove to his fiancée of 8 years that he had turned over a new leaf and was no longer the scoundrel he'd been in the past. Take a look at this.
I'm here today to let my fiancée know that I'm not a cheater. My past is my past, and I'm here for a lie detector test to let her know the truth and to get over all of the past, to move on with the future so I can marry her.
You say get over the past. What is the past? What did you do in the past?
We met 8 years ago. We've been together for 8 years, and when we first met, I wasn't truthful. I didn't close out past relationships, so they came, you know, fluttering in during the beginning of our relationship.
Tim was definitely saying the right things, but what would his long-suffering fiancée Jamila have to say? That plus more coming up right after this. It's time for you to take control and give my guests some tough love. How would you resolve the issue? Do you think Brittany and Ramel will stay together? Call me with your answer. Welcome back. Family dramas and baby mamas are two of our specialties, and today we're taking a look back at some of our most memorable ones. Tim came to the show to prove to his fiancée Jamila once and for all that he'd hung up his cheating shoes and was finally ready to be a faithful father to their 7 children. But Jamila wasn't so sure.
You're a cheater. You've been cheating the whole time we've been together. I'm not understanding you.
No, that's not the truth, and I'm not here to lie. I'm here to get the truth. That's what we're here for. That's what I took a lie detector test for today.
You said you was 21, you was 18.
Okay.
What about that?
Wait a minute, did you tell her you were 21, you were 18 when you started with her?
Yes,
that is true.
Why'd you do that?
That was my past.
No,
that was the past.
I just told you guys.
That was the past.
I just told you.
You showed me a fake ID.
Past. Okay.
What about the girl that was across the hall that ended up pregnant? You said, Timothy, you said that was your roommate, and it was not your roommate.
At the time,
she came across the hallway to tell me that she was
slept
pregnant.
with her
before
we were
Bill,
together.
I went to Georgia to go visit my mother to get us a place down there so we could stop all the drama. This guy said that it was a storm in Virginia, all the power went out, and he couldn't contact me. So I sent somebody over there, my friend. She went over there. She said, won't no females in there.
Exactly.
But her baby daddy said it was an orgy party. Timothy had one girl in the room. He had another girl in my bathroom.
Timothy,
that's not true.
Look me in the eye, man.
That's not true.
You didn't have an orgy.
The power was out.
The power.
I couldn't charge my phone to make phone calls.
Timothy,
okay, it really was a storm.
Storm.
I don't remember the storm name, but the storm had a name.
It was.
And then
it was Storm Timothy. It looked to me like the odds were stacked up against Tim, but there was still a small chance things could be okay if Timothy could pass the lie detector test. Other than what Jamila knows about. Are you okay?
Yes.
Have you had any sexual contact with any other women during your relationship? Sexual contact, any other women? You said no.
You was lying.
That's a lie right there.
Really?
Jamila, what do you think?
That's all a lie, man.
You gotta go.
That's a lie, man.
You gotta go.
Timothy, did you have sexual intercourse or any sexual contact with your ex in Jamila's house? You said no, and that was?
The truth.
You was lying. Lying.
No lies, man. I only tell the truth.
Hold on to that ring. We got number 3. This is an important one. Do you really want to marry Jamila? You're engaged. You said yes, and that's the truth. He wants to marry her. You know, some may say 1 out of 3 ain't bad, but not Jamila. Do you think she made good on her promise to kick Tim to the curb? When we come back, we're going to get their update. Plus, how can 2 men father the same child? That's all coming up next. Are you desperate to save your relationship with your family or lover? Do you want to when it comes to family dramas and baby mamas, we have seen it all. And when we just saw Timothy try and fail to prove to his baby mama that he'd given up his cheating ways, did Jamila finally take Tim back? Let's check in with them and find out.
Hey, Bill, it's Tim. Ever since me and Jamila left the show, we giving it a try, you know. For the sake of the kids, we still live together. I still love her dearly, but you know, due to the results of the test, I feel she's never gonna be able to trust me again, and you know, maybe it's too late to save the relationship. You know, I'll keep you updated, Bill, so, you know, I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, Bill. It's Jamila. Ever since we came back from the show, me and Timothy, we're not together. Right now, Bill, I'm just excited that you helped me find out all the lies about Timothy and all his secrets. And one day I'm gonna find myself a man. Thank you for having me, Bill, and I keep you up to date.
Well, I'm glad the two of them are at least thinking about the children. And Jamila, we know you're going to find the right guy sometime soon. Now, what would you do if you found out someone was trying to pin the same baby on both you and your brother's lover? That's exactly what's up next. My next guest, TT.
I'm here today, Bill, because Thought Nisha put a baby on my brother. Not only my brother, she put a baby on my...
What's her first name?
Nisha. Thought Nisha.
Thought Nisha.
Thought Nisha. She put a baby on my brother. Not only my brother, she put a baby on my friend with benefits. So now she's going around saying
so
that...
So she put it on two men?
Two men.
She can't be both right, can she?
Two people, she can't have, the baby can't have two daddies. My brother couldn't make it to sign the birth certificate, so she went around telling everyone that my brother's the dad beat. But my brother bought everything for the baby. Like, he was sending her money. Like,
he thought it was his.
He thought it was his baby.
She said to your brother, Dimitri, this is your baby.
This is Dimitri the third. She said she named the baby Dimitri, Stacy the third.
So he believed this for months.
He believed this is his baby.
When did he stop believing?
When I found out, when I'm with Chris, she tagged him in a photo on Instagram, and I seen it. I said, well, why you got tagged in this photo? He's like, this is my baby. I'm like, no, this is not your baby.
So Chris is your boyfriend, and she's tagging Chris.
Chris in the picture saying that this is his baby, and I seen it. So I said, why?
What?
Exactly. That's how I'm like, why did she tag you in the photo?
That's your brother's baby.
That's my brother's baby. I said, that's my nephew. He's like, no, that's not your nephew. That's my baby. I'm like, that's not your baby. So as we going back and forth, I'm telling him, that's not your baby, that's my nephew, that's Dimitri the third. Oh no, that's Christopher Jr. I'm like, no, that's Dimitri the third.
Well, what exactly was the baby's name? And where is the birth certificate? And who was taking care of this child? TT needed some answers. Is your brother taking care of the baby or your lover taking care of
Both of them taking care of the baby.
Both of them. She got them.
Yeah, she got both of them in your money.
She got money.
Yeah, the thought is
maybe she doesn't want to clear it up.
Yeah, she's just, because she know money coming from both ends. They both have money, so that's all that she's into.
Let's start so at the end of the day, we're going to have DNA tests done of both. It was time to meet the woman in the middle of all of this. So we're going to meet Nisha. Yeah. Nisha, do you love either one of these men? Either one?
I love Dimitri, but we've been on and off.
Why'd you make Dimitri feel he was the father? Because in the beginning you said you are the baby daddy to Dimitri.
Yeah,
and he gave you money. Whose name's on the birth certificate?
Yes, who name? What is the
baby
name
on the birth
Nobody's
certificate?
name.
Nobody.
But at some point, her brother learned he was not the baby daddy, and then you told Chris that he was the baby daddy, right?
Yes, because
did he get money?
Money, no, it wasn't to get money.
What was
it? The only reason why I did that because Dimitri had really pissed me off, and then plus, like I said, me and Chris, we started with a condom, but we did not end like that.
You didn't end with a condom.
Yeah.
Do you know who the baby daddy is?
No. Who is the baby
daddy? I would say, personally,
she don't know.
Dimitri is the baby's father.
Is it possible, no matter how remote, that the baby daddy may not be on the show today?
I wouldn't say that. Dimitri is the father.
Coming up, we're going to meet the men in the middle of this baby mama drama and find out who their father is. I'll give you a hint. It's not who you think it is. It's time for you to take control and give my guests some tough love. How would you resolve the issue? Do you think Brittany and Ramel will stay together? Call me with your answer to 1-855-TELL-BILL. You hear what other viewers answered and receive some valuable offers. Take control and call 1-855-TELL-BILL right now. Welcome back. TT came here to confront Nisha about the paternity of Nisha's baby. Nisha had told both TT's brother and lover that each was the father of her baby. And here's what the two men had to say.
I heard you the daddy of that baby.
You heard wrong. That's your baby.
That baby look just like you. Look at that hair, boy. Look at that nose.
Like you.
Nah, I look like a broke man just like you. No job like Tommy.
Maybe she got to come back, because I ain't the daddy. He said he ain't the daddy. She'll be back another day.
As you can see, neither guy was taking responsibility for Nisha's baby. It was time to get the DNA test results, and Chris was up first. Chris, you are not the baby daddy. Dimitri, what does this mean to you?
Hey, man, I ain't been scared till you told him he wasn't the daddy. The whole time I thought he was the daddy.
Nisha, what does this mean to you, Nisha?
I mean, to be honest, I want Dimitri to be the father.
No,
but
you don't.
You want him to?
I want Dimitri to be the father.
When it comes to the maternity of beautiful baby Kaden,
But
Dimitri,
Yeah, I know.
you are not the baby daddy. And there you have it. Both men were off the hook. But what happened when they got back home? We recently caught up with Demetrius and Chris, who both told us that although neither is the father, both would gladly step in to help Nisha out. Nisha told us that after the show, she made contact with the baby's father, and things are going great. Well, that's it for our look back at some of the wildest family dramas and baby mamas. So here's the bottom line. There's nothing like having a family that has your back. So before you turn your back on your family, extend your hand and show some love and save the drama for TV, not real life. Now here's a few more moments of mayhem for you to check out, and I'll see you the next time. When it comes to the paternity by LaGregory, their beautiful child, you are not the baby daddy. When it comes to the paternity of William Jr., of that beautiful boy, look at that little boy right there. William, you are the baby daddy. When it comes to the maternity of beautiful baby Kaden, Dimitri, you are not the baby daddy.